Welcome back to Gooner Fanzine TV. This week we are in Belgium, so you didn't get a podcast on the Monday, but you got a podcast for us in a car. Lads, we went there, we saw, we dreamed, we conquered.
Well, I wouldn't say a 2-2 draw was really conquered, but...
No, I'll say we did.
We conquered
the Schlechen.
We conquered the Schlechen. Layth's driving, so Layth won't be chipping in too much. We got Dan in the back, we got Toby. Dan was in the press box, we were in the away end. What was your resounding memory of the game?
Just being incredibly cold.
Very cold.
Very cold.
Wasn't that cold, was it?
Layth, I was
Seriously?
chipping ice off my fingers.
If Kieran Tierney had started, he would have been in short sleeves.
Oh, short sleeves flip-flops all day long.
Seriously.
But yeah, Arsenal are through in the Europa League. Qualification done.
Top of the league.
Was kind of a foregone conclusion in a way. We sort of expected that when we looked at the group initially.
We had to lose 5-0 to Toby knocked out yesterday.
We tried our best.
We tried our best.
Yeah. 2-0 down.
I mean, once again, 2 away games where the first half was pretty anonymous.
Yeah.
Not really positive in terms of the starting of it, but second half we rallied for a 10-minute period where the goals finally came in, and Saka's goal was an absolute peach.
Yeah.
Brilliant,
It was a nice move, and then nice finish on the edge of the box.
I think in a lot of ways you've got to consider that it was a good result considering the team. But Mavropanos started. I mean, what was his last first team game?
Well, he's been quite
He's been
unlucky
injured
with
for a long
injuries,
time.
but yeah.
He never played that well last night, did he?
I thought, he's better than the other two centre
It's
halves.
really drunken days, I can't really remember.
That's a constant problem though, is our defence are just shocking.
I thought you were going to say our drinking.
Our drink is top notch.
I'm sure we'll come on to that.
But if we focus on the game, the defence once again problematic, and Freddie tried a different formation for the defence this time, with a very strange fullback choice of Maitland-Niles and Saka.
Well, I think that was more forced upon him through the injuries. Obviously, Tierney's out, going to be out for a while. Bellerin's injured. Klassenach's not fully fit, although he did play and played well on Monday. Yeah, he's still really struggling. So, yeah, I think it was really forced upon him. Saka played well in that role for me. Freddie obviously praised him. You can watch the other videos where we talk about what Freddie said. But yeah, it was a team selection that I don't think was really that surprising. But it was good to see the youngsters out there and getting minutes.
You're seeing that sort of very aggressive wing backs now. Only like at Juve, you got Quadrado. He always plays wing back. It's quite interesting to see that, and I don't know whether that will be something that comes into the Premier League more, and Saka maybe could sort of fulfil that role.
Well, I don't think it's where he's best long term, but
No.
Having that versatility is always a good thing.
But it shows once again we're so strong in the attacking moves and the attacking players and the attacking outfits, but defensively we always look frail and we always concede. Last time we had a clean sheet was against Bournemouth 2 months ago.
6th of October.
6th of October, and it's just shocking how often we concede goals. Like obviously the first goal was a deflection off Socrates.
Well, they're both deflection, weren't they?
Yeah.
A bit unlucky, but still, you've got to do more to get out there and close it down. The defensive issue is one that's been going on for years, and I don't think we can really expect it to change in the short term. There's going to have to be a change of ethos and the change the way things are done. Really, it's obviously been a massive problem, but. Yeah. Who are you waving at?
I just literally cut in about 20 people.
It won't be the first time, and it won't be the last.
Speaking of cutting in, we managed to get into the ground. Dan, we heard you had some problems getting to the press box.
Absolute nightmare. So,
did you forget to get accreditation?
No, I applied for accreditation and it was confirmed via email. Then when I arrived, rather late, rushing, panicking, it got even worse when my name wasn't on the list.
Why'd you arrive rather late then?
Huh?
Why did you arrive rather late?
Well,
what were you doing?
Shenanigans with you lot. But yeah, after some begging and pleading, and I finally managed to work my way in. Thank you to the man at the Liege press entrance for letting me in after a bit of persuading. So yeah, rushed in just before kick-off. Found out there was no internet, so yeah, thank you to Serge for letting me use his phone. Bit of a nightmare situation really, but yeah, pulled it off in the end, so all good.
Did you get a team sheet?
No, I didn't get a 4-page programme either.
I didn't get a programme.
Yeah, the programme was very bad. It was 4 pages. I know. I got one. Yeah, I got one.
Buy one.
Yeah, but no, I was given one.
Found one.
I was a friendly fan gave it to me by accident.
By accident?
How'd you accident?
Right,
okay.
It was on the floor, so I took it.
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Well, I've got to say though, the away fans were in great voice and great atmosphere yesterday.
Yeah, they were, yeah. As
I mean, it was a struggle sort of to get a nice spot in the away stands, but the stewards got to just let us get on with it. Really, there was the searching was minimal.
I've got to go round the roundabout again.
It's the same roundabout as earlier as well.
National Lampoon's European Vacation.
As you can see, Layth's driving is always a talking point.
Yes.
Is it this one?
We're going round again.
Yeah. No, it's this one again. This way here, and then your first right.
But you can't turn right down there.
You can. You're just in the wrong lane.
No way, look.
It's where those cars are all turning right.
Yeah, but that's the sign I'm saying don't go down there, isn't it?
Just go down there.
Yes, it is.
Is it?
I think it's saying go down.
Oh, it's going down, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Right, here we go.
Anyway, back to
Back
the
to
football. Slight interlude.
Sorry for that interlude. Yeah, the atmosphere of the stadium was incredible. The away fans, I thought, were a great voice.
There was so much love for Freddie, wasn't there?
There was a lot of love for Freddie.
Love Freddie.
Much like Monday, most of the singing was for Freddie and not the team, which I think says a lot about our love of the Arsenal, as we still hark back to the old days of Freddie, etc.
Honestly, I loved him as a player. I literally saw about 95% of his games. He was brilliant. Loved him. He was so skillful, but he was tough as well. Love him. Love him.
Has anyone ever said you look like him?
Well, funny you should say that, really. When we used to interview him for the under-23s, I'd always post stuff on Instagram, like, he's such a good sport as well. I always say, like, take a photo. I always have a photo of him afterwards. And every time I post it on Instagram, I'll be like, FYI, I'm the one on the left.
You're a comedic genius.
Honestly, not just a pretty face.
I mean, there's
Anyway,
there's a reason why he's modelled Calvin Klein's and you haven't.
I wear them. I wouldn't
I wouldn't say I was modelling.
Layth models Calvin Klein.
Moving rapidly on from Layth's underpants. Belgium is a great country. We've had a cracking time here.
Great time.
Brilliant,
Great
isn't it?
time.
So we spent most of our time actually in Bruges, because Liege is less of an appealing city than Bruges.
That's a bit harsh.
26 years. Did I mention it was 26 years
fed up.
He
since
has
I
mentioned
last
it.
got to Liege?
He has mentioned
I've been
it.
boring people all weekend.
Oh, sorry,
weekend, all
I've
week.
just woken up. What was that?
Literally November 1993, we drove to Liege and watched Arsenal win 7-0 in Liege in the Cup Cup. Second round, I think. Second leg. And that was my first European away game. I must have done about
We
100
met a
teams.
native last night who was also there, didn't we?
Yeah. He brought us around, didn't he?
Yeah, I
He did.
think so, yeah.
A couple of brought us round. They're very friendly and salubrious people.
He was giving you
Belgians
advice
love
on where
us.
to go as
We
well,
did.
wasn't he, Toby?
Yes, we didn't actually take it in the end. But,
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
I've got to say, it's probably the best away trip we've done.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Not only did you have friendly, accommodating riot police officers, friendly bar staff with questionable views, and,
we'll not expand.
yeah, we're not going to go any further on that. It was a choice phrase that we will not repeat.
And when I woke up this morning, there was an empty bottle of vodka in the room.
A big bottle that was empty and a little
And a
bottle
little one
that
as
was
well,
empty.
yeah, as if one wasn't
So
enough.
basically, to explain what happened, obviously, Layth drove us. We left at about 4 a.m.
yeah.
Layth drove all the way. Big thanks to Layth for driving. But the tiredness set in about 2 a.m.
I'm just
Yeah.
old. I
And
fell asleep on my stool,
we're
didn't
sat in this bar and Layth's eyes are literally closing. Like, we're having to prop them open with matchsticks.
I was boring myself. I
So
think.
we
That was
decided
after his 2 kebabs.
we decided to. Oh yeah, well the
They
kebabs
were
are
so
amazing. but anyway.
nice. seriously.
They were thoroughly enjoyable
Really,
kebabs.
Far
Yeah,
better
nice
than
kebabs.
Frankfurt's kebabs.
Oh, here we go.
They were so
Yeah.
poor.
So yeah, we decided to go back and myself, Toby and Serge decided that the night was not over. So
Wait, no stretch.
a big bottle of vodka and a small bottle of vodka were consumed.
Shocking.
Toby was the first to go. He passed out on the bed. Me and Serge continued till 5 a.m. before finally going to sleep.
Didn't someone vomit as well?
Put your guess in the comments of who vomited. But yeah, we had a late night.
5
Good night,
a.m.
wasn't it?
It was a classic European away day. It was
Honestly,
great fun.
You look
great
so
people.
drunk this morning.
I'm still drunk now.
yeah. Down in the foyer, you all came down separately, hammered. Seriously. Honestly, we've driven from Liege
Crawled
to
into the
Brussels,
shower.
not Brussels,
Bruges.
Bruges, that's where we are. And literally, all 3 of these lot were hammered and then slept all the way in the car.
Oh, I was awake.
Oh, Dan was awake actually.
Yeah,
but
I've
he might as well have been
got staying power, mate. I've got stamina.
Red Bull.
Seriously,
Whatever you
yeah,
are.
drunk.
Oh, you and your
Yeah,
monster.
big thanks to that monster that kept me going. I'm sure we'll insert some rather funny photos of Toby and Serge asleep in the back of the car. They were
I've just found out about them.
mouths agape, and Serge a little bit snoring as well.
little
Can we
bit
talk about
snoring.
snoring as well?
Honestly,
Last
it was like
night.
a plane taking off.
Oh, was it?
seriously.
Was it bad?
It was so loud, so bad.
You can talk
Why
last
did,
night.
why did you not knock me?
Because you were asleep.
Oh, fair.
Don't, Layth, don't. Last night was like having an elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Honestly.
They're the worst, to be honest.
I
Honestly.
sleep like a baby, seriously. I don't know how anyone says I snore.
When we were drinking, we were essentially partying, weren't we? With music going, we were dancing around the room.
Yeah.
Toby was pacing back and forth for no apparent reason.
Between vomiting.
But we oh, you've ruined it! You've ruined it!
Send your Toby
That-
answers too.
And the name you've just heard will be bleeped out. Still, but your guesses below. But yeah, Layth was snoring his head off
I was not.
the whole time. You
Snoring.
were.
It was
I?
quite
Also-
comical. It was quite
Yeah.
comical.
Also,
Shocking.
Serge,
Shocking.
Shocking.
I was the last one to fall asleep. You were also snoring.
He
Oh,
was
that-
properly snoring this morning.
That does not surprise me at all.
Big
You
shout
two are
out to Serge
disgraceful.
though for editing while pissed.
Oh, yeah. So if it looks bad, you know why.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it won't.
Honestly. I like those Belgian beers we had in that pub before the game.
Oh,
didn't
Oh, we
Orange
had some
Crush
fantastic
IPA.
beers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lovely,
the
wasn't it?
quack.
Quack was
Yeah,
a
that was
I
it.
The
like
quack.
Quack with a K.
Oh, the quack was amazing.
That was so good.
Quack and the Orange Crush
We
IPA.
basically
Oh.
played a guessing game of potluck, didn't we? Because the
Yeah.
the taps on the bar didn't have the beers corresponding to that actual
Yeah.
tap.
It was,
So we did have a little bit of a guess on some of them.
I'll try
but
one. I'll have one of those, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had an orange flavoured beer.
Yeah,
didn't
the
we?
Orange
That was-
Crush.
Oh, I
Oh,
remember that
amazing.
Yeah,
that
that was
when
when you were asleep. Yeah.
I was drinking it when I was asleep.
Oh,
dear.
God.
We walked to the ground, didn't we?
We did?
Yeah.
It was a very long walk.
It was quite a merry walk.
Yeah.
I really like this session though.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
great. Great old school
Yeah.
stadium.
It
Yeah.
hadn't changed that much
It's
since
kinda-
I went there in 1993, 26 years ago.
Oh, I've had enough of it.
Is it in
Stop the car and
newly
get
built
out.
since then?
I think they renovated it for Euro 2000.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's a
You went
proper
there as well,
stadium.
didn't you?
It looked
I
like
didn't
a
actually go to
new...
the selection in Euro 2000, but I did actually spend a week in Holland and Belgium in Euro 2000. So yeah, it was very memorable.
Well
week.
travelled man is what you said.
Yeah.
It's one of those where like the sort of the insides are all like just like concrete walls. Like there's nothing.
Breeze
like,
block. Love a bit of
Yeah,
breeze
literally.
block.
breeze blocks like. Whereas not quite the Emirates'
Although,
decoration.
we've got to say though, even though there was only 1,600 away fans, the away area was quite large.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good fun.
Yeah.
There were loads of friendly
Well,
faces,
there's 3
a
decks,
million
wasn't there?
faces last
3
night.
Yeah, there was three tiers of away fans. It was
Yeah.
really great.
Saw loads of people. I hadn't
It's
seen
incredible.
Layth, what are you eating?
loads. Matchsticks.
We have indulged in some Belgian chocolate, haven't we?
Yeah, I bought some Belgian chocolate as presents, but I got matchsticks just to
There's some
tide
beef.
me through the journey.
Really,
Yeah.
you are really professional eating during a podcast. No,
Ooh.
No?
guys,
Absolutely.
Mint-
Oh
look,
my
what's
God.
happening there?
It's what boring.
what's going on here?
Rubbernecking, just don't do it, kids.
Belgian police.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Well,
Don't pod and drive.
don't
No,
bottom
but-
drive.
I've got-
can we talk about the rain on the drive as well this
Oh,
morning?
man.
Oh my word!
You two were asleep in the back. It was properly raining.
It was dicey. It was very dicey. We couldn't see about 20 yards in front of us.
Seriously.
I wasn't aware of that at all.
No, you were snoring.
Yeah, well,
Too busy snoring.
we were living life on the edge, but yeah,
And
we're
the
still
bus-
here. We're still going.
And the Brussels ring road.
Mate,
seriously.
we lived
We'll
our life
never
on
go.
edge every day we get in the car with Layth.
We saw the atomium as well. Hadn't seen that in 26 years.
Describe the atonium.
It's just like an atom, isn't it? Don't use a word when you're describing that word, but yeah, it's like an atom that's huge and it's like just in the middle of Brussels. It's shiny.
What is it there for?
Oh, yes.
It's like a trade. I think it was built for some sort of trade fair and they kept it because it was really funky.
Why were you in Brussels? Why
Yeah,
did you-
exactly. Why were
Well,
yeah.
How did you get to Brussels,
Well, you
Layth?
were sleeping
We-
beauty. We got lost.
basically,
sat
yeah.
there. It took us the wrong way.
Well, we
he says.
were planning on going to Ghent rather than Bruges, but
Ghent with a
traffic.
G. Well, no, K.
With a T.
Ghent.
As opposed to Ghent,
Ghent.
GH.
It's
Yeah.
GHENT.
Yeah, no
No,
wonder we never made it.
They spell it Gen, and the sat nav said Gen.
Ah.
But there you go.
That's
Well.
up for debate. But yeah, traffic put paid to that, but we ended up being diverted basically through Brussels city centre,
Honestly, I
which
hate
was a
Brussels
bit of a
really much.
nightmare.
Seriously.
Cyclists, I'm not a big fan
What
of.
was your
Sorry,
description
Toby.
of Brussels?
Um,
Something like it's grim but vaguely
it's
acceptable.
bleak but acceptable.
Bleak but acceptable.
Bleak but acceptable.
Quite a good description. Of
All
Brussels.
the buildings look a bit worn. You know, they've seen some things, but you know, I've definitely been to worse places.
Mate, bleak but acceptable describes Unai Emery.
Unacceptable. Unacceptable face of Unai Emery.
So now we're on our way to Calais. So we've
we've still got a
almost
fair
finished
way
the
to
journey.
go.
Almost
Still in
finished the journey,
Belgium.
but we are still going.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah.
What else happened? So we went. The game finished.
Yeah.
And then what do? We just walk back.
No, we got a taxi back.
We went to the local
Oh yeah,
pub.
what was Serge talking about in taxi with that bloke?
Oh yeah, and I was talking about the
water polo.
the water polo
Kosovo against
Oh,
Serbia.
Yeah,
Seriously.
Serbia Kosovo,
How would you even know
the national
that?
derby. It was
Why would you-
cracking. Serbia.
What was it? Water polo?
Water polo, yeah. Men's water polo.
What?
There was-
Why?
watch
Whoa!
men's water polo.
Why is water polo so?
Do you know I can't even swim?
Mate, it is, you can't swim.
Yeah, look at you, mate. You definitely
What?
sink.
You can't
I've got
swim.
natural buoyancy. No, I seriously can't swim.
Why?
I hated
I-
swimming as a kid. I used to
Wow.
wear wet socks to get athlete's foot to get out of swimming because I hated it.
That is amazing.
Oh my
And
god.
it worked as well.
Seriously?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Well, that's something I didn't want to know.
So anyway, Serge,
And you know in France,
Fascinating.
you have to wear Speedos in a swimming pool.
You
You're
have
not-
to?
You're not allowed to wear shorts.
Why?
Because I asked someone this once and they said it's because you bring mud. Because they think you've been playing football and you like long shorts. Honestly, I look like Ray Winston in Sexy Beast when I
Ah,
was speaking.
great film, great reference.
Honestly, yeah.
Well, that was the thing, we were referencing in Bruges.
In Bruges,
great
yeah.
film,
Never
great
seen it.
film. But it got to the point where Layth tweeted out pretty much every single line from the film.
But yeah, seriously, Bruges is beautiful. You haven't been there, go there. It's
really
absolutely
nice.
Yeah,
amazing.
it is.
It
Yeah.
is quality. So.
Better than the bleakly acceptable.
And Liege was pretty bleak as well, wasn't
Yeah.
it? And very few bars.
Well, we found a centre the next day, didn't we? Like today.
Yeah.
Accidentally, yeah.
Accidentally.
We stumbled across it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't had any mulled wine. I love mulled wine. No one a big fan of mulled wine.
No, I love Gluckwein.
What?
Mulled wine.
Mulled wine, yeah.
It's a posh German word for it.
Yeah, Gluckwein.
Glove wine.
That is great stuff. But we obviously with Layth driving, he's been alcohol free for 24 hours.
Yes.
Yes, that is an
Yeah.
important thing to remember. Drive safely, kids.
Keep your hands on the wheel, man.
Why do I have to do that? Seriously. So dangerous.
No, I've got to say though, Brussels was everyone was so friendly in Belgium.
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
nice
Everyone loved
people.
us.
Even the riot police were friendly with you.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were, Serge,
Very
weren't they?
She was very friendly.
She didn't want to party though, did
Am I
she?
driving
No.
back to the 1970s or something? You've just been friendly to a female CRS.
And she was being friendly back. It was great.
Can we
Yeah,
can we
you better
also
swap
can we
numbers
also
at
just
one
touch
stage.
on something as well that I've just noticed in front of us? Why do people in Belgium drive like mentalists?
They are such bad drivers, honestly.
Yeah.
There's literally people driving across 2 lanes in front of us.
Honestly, yeah, all that rain as well. It was bonkers. Like,
Yeah, it's
really-
not a lot of indicating.
They seem
happens.
to not indicate. That's an
Everyone
optional thing.
seems to be kind of on the same wavelength.
They're
Like,
trying
in
to save
terms of-
energy by not using lights because they don't indicate, do they? Seriously. Did you just say that?
Yeah.
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 So I'm concentrating.
That's right. You're constantly driving. We're on the,
Great
currently on the
content.
E40
That is a positive.
motorway.
That is a real positive. The Layth is concentrating.
Yeah, it won't happen.
Not like Liverpool on the way back where it was kind of drifting and we were drifting
Oh,
across
man,
lanes.
Such a long drive that was. We got back about 5 in the morning, didn't we? Wasn't it really foggy? Was it
Yes.
foggy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've also been learning a bit.
You're the ones talking about Thesauruses, like.
We have also been learning a
Yeah, we
bit
get
of
that
Belgian
back.
as well.
Yeah,
haven't
do
we?
your best Belgian
Yeah.
accent, Serge.
How was your
Go on.
dad?
Oh, for sure, huh? It's a very good trip, huh?
And was it, you always have to put that little bit at the end, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, huh?
Belgium, huh?
Bruges, huh? Belgium, huh?
Yeah. How was the dog?
Gooner Fanzine TV, fulfilling stereotypes all across Europe.
Yeah.
We're literally multilingual now.
Here we are.
Well, we
Fluent in Belgium. It's
well,
not a good thing, is it?
luckily a lot of people in
Balloon.
Belgium speak English.
Speaking of the Christmas podcast, we've got a quiz lined up. Are you
And
excited
I'm
for the
going to win.
quiz?
I'm going to
God,
win.
seriously.
If there is betting odds, bet on me. I promise you I'll win.
I've got no short-term memory.
You don't have a memory at all.
No, you remember.
Although apart from
no.
you were in Liege 26 years ago.
You remember
I've got
memory
no
of every
short-term
game
memory.
you went to about 40 years ago,
Yeah, but don't remember I did this.
and all your appearances on Talk Sport, Sky Sports 4.
I say I was on Talksport the other day.
You were impressive stuff. That
I've
is.
had
Honestly. Right, where we go? We going Calais? Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, we don't want to go
Yeah.
Ostend, do we?
No, we don't wanna go Ostend.
Ostend for waffles,
Oh,
for tea. Yeah,
there we
lovely.
go, Calais, right.
All right,
Done.
you're in the right lane.
Ostend. Ostend, huh?
The West End,
Ostend.
Oh my
of
god,
the East
stop.
End.
Seriously.
Please stop.
Can't wait. We have agreed. Layth has been doing that basically for the past 24 hours, and we have agreed that when we cross over the border
I'm
back
not
into
allowed to do
France,
anymore.
he will stop and it will not continue.
Belgium, huh?
He's going to get last few
God.
goals
Seriously,
in.
squeezing it out.
Dire,
Honestly.
utterly dire.
But yeah, we've had a great trip, haven't we?
We've
It
had
was
quite
brilliant
good
celebrating those goals in the rain last night, wasn't
Yeah,
it? Just,
we were. I
Oh.
mean, we lost our voice. Toby had never seen anything like it when he saw me and Layth go mental and
okay.
fall out of our
You fell
row.
down 2 rows, didn't you?
Yeah.
we did that at West Ham.
Yeah.
West Ham was bonkers too.
Yeah,
So,
we've had 2
celebration.
bonkers away days in a week.
Yeah, it's been good, isn't it?
And then back to the
Incredible.
Emirates on Sunday.
And we all got in at different times, didn't we? So we just
Yeah.
literally just bumped into each other.
Yeah, we did. We were sort of 25 minutes into the game. We were like, oh, it's you.
Well,
mate.
there was quite a funny moment for me in the press box. Obviously, as I mentioned, I had Serge's phone, and Toby called Serge's phone, expecting Serge to answer as you would, and it was me on the end. Toby was a bit shocked.
But why was he phoning though?
He was asking where Serge was, and then it turned out that Serge was actually just standing next to him.
I was literally.
He's phoning you.
I
He's
literally-
on Serge's phone to ask where Serge is, and he's standing next to him.
Yeah,
comical.
like, not just like
Comical.
close, next to me, as close as we are now.
Literally, I told
was-
him.
The phone call ended with, "Oh, he's right next to me." Bye.
I was looking at him whilst he was making the phone call to you, going,
I was
what are you
literally
doing?
looking over your shoulder at the game, and I was asked, didn't know where you were.
Oh my God! Just say no to Belgian beers.
No, say yes. No, say yes.
yes.
Layth says yes.
Especially to the fruity orange ones, they're the best.
I like,
Oh,
I like the
excellent.
glasses they put them in as well.
Oh, mate.
Unreal.
Excellent
Describe the glass.
Literally long and thin, like a test tube.
Well, it's like a, it's like a half yard
Thick.
glass. It's basically a half yard.
What was that? There was a wooden contraption. We didn't drink out of it, but someone had it, didn't they?
It was
Yeah.
like a conch shell, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
Viking conch. It was incredible.
Oh, I
Although it
love
did
it.
smell, it smelled absolutely brutal.
I'll tell you what, the room must have smelled brutal this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Anyway.
yeah, I mean,
But you guess it's below as to who it was.
to be fair, it's quite impressive we've even got a hotel room after our Airbnb
Well,
got cancelled on us.
Honestly.
Yeah, well,
Four
we
blokes in a hotel room.
the one person in Belgium who wasn't friendly was our original host, who bailed
He
on
mugged
us.
you off, didn't he?
He did. He said there's supposed to be 3 double bedrooms. It said actually I've only got a single mattress and 2 blow up beds.
He just didn't want Arsenal fans in his room.
No, he
in his
didn't.
house.
Why? We're lovely.
But then-
We're the acceptable face of football
We're lovely
support.
and fragrant.
Yeah.
That should be our catchphrase.
Lovely and fragrant. Oh, what a ridiculous
We've
statement.
got a few
Love it.
catchphrases we come up and we're winging it.
God.
Catchphrase.
We do indeed. We did indeed
Hashtag-
do a lot of winging it.
Hashtag resourceful.
Hashtag resourceful.
What we ate, what we ate? Oh, we had the kebabs, didn't we?
Yeah.
We
kebabs.
did.
Oh yeah.
We
No,
did
what do you
fulfill
mean
another
kebab?
stereotype
You had
of
2
waffle.
kebabs.
Plural.
Oh
They
yeah,
were
we did
so
waffles. We
nice.
did waffles.
Oh, we had waffles in Bruges, didn't we?
We did.
That's nice.
You know, we were very cultural. We went to the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Bruges.
Well,
Ate
well,
waffle.
you say we're very cultural. 3 of us decided to be sophisticated and cut our waffle with a knife and fork, whereas one person decided to pick it up and just munch on it.
No, I started off doing that, then I just used my hands afterwards as well.
I wasn't sure about the butter on it though.
Oh, the butter was great. That's why I was happy I took all of your
I've got
butter.
to watch my figure, haven't I? So,
Well, you're watching it grow, aren't you?
so the butter on a waffle though. That's not for me though. I don't think.
Well, I mean,
let's
it was
only-
described on the menu as sugar and butter waffle. Well, I don't know what you were expecting.
Well, let us know in the
I thought it
comments
was
below
double
what topic would you have on a waffle?
Oh, I should have had Nutella actually. Nutella.
Oh God.
Seriously.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Right.
Gutted Glenn isn't here. He's very good at this irreverent chat.
This is true.
Yeah, he did make. I saw Eco at half time.
Yeah.
Old mate of ours. Who else? I saw loads of people actually.
There was quite a few faces, familiar faces there.
Yeah,
Obviously
yeah.
seeing Alex selling the Gooner outside the ground was
good man,
lovely.
Alex. Yeah, get your Gooner. Get your Gooner.
Outside the ground in -5-degree weather.
It wasn't that cold. Wasn't
It
it? It
was
was cold.
cold.
Was it cold?
What
It
you
was
on
cold.
about?
I can't even remember.
You were
Seriously.
even complaining about how cold
Was I?
it was.
God, I
Yes.
must have been drunk. Seriously.
Honestly. you know they talk about a beer jacket. Just didn't
What
help.
is alcohol? Does it thin the blood to make you colder, or does it make
Yeah.
you
It
warmer?
makes you warmer.
That
Oh,
guy's
boy.
literally on the bumper of that car.
Oh
I
my
know,
word.
yeah, talk about
Oh my
bad
God.
Belgian driving, not to stereotype anyone, but
Nutters, total
shocking.
nutters.
Look at that. They were doing like when it was raining earlier as well.
Cultural.
God
Wow.
dear. So what Belgian phrases have we picked up then? Anyone
How
know?
was your dog?
What does that mean?
How's your day been?
How's your dad? Yeah. How was your dad?
How was your dog?
How's your dad?
Jesus.
What are you? How's your dad, huh? Honestly, I can speak
What is-
Belgian.
Thanks, Dan.
That's all right. Right.
Maybe
So,
once we're off the cobblestones.
yeah, the
Oh,
cobblestone's really
That
not
makes it
helping.
more authentic, doesn't it?
Also gives the viewer a seat.
I was going to say
Oh.
that I feel sick now, and I will watching this back.
Get out of the
Oh,
way.
Brett first.
They got Brett well.
Yeah,
Wow.
pull over and get one. Go on.
These people have no self-awareness.
Honestly. Go on then, nice looking guy. looks like a Bohemian Rhapsody video.
Mama.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Can we tone down? Yeah.
Tone down the what?
Tone down the Toby.
No, I can't wait. Oh, we're back on the cobbles again.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Jesus!
Literally couldn't have timed that any worse. Seriously.
I've had enough. I'll quit.
Fucking cobbles.
I'll quit.
Honestly. Even the delivery looks oldie.
So poor. It's a poor attempt.
Such a mug.
Dad joke.
You're right, not to
Oh my God, how many cold streets are there?
There they're everywhere. They've actually cobbled the
there we
motorway.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, his boats look nice. Anyone considered living on a boat ever?
That's nice.
I have thought about it.
Fucking hell.
I knew Serge would have. You just knew Serge.
Well, just like, you know, living in London is expensive and the canal boat's fairly cheap and the mooring costs are only like £5.
I know.
You would,
bloke who lives on a
you would
canal
so drown yourself though, wouldn't you?
Me?
Come back pissed and like literally just fall in the canal.
Yeah, you've missed the big step getting onto the boat. Oh no!
Yeah.
Help me!
Help me, I'm drowning.
No,
Don't knock over the cyclists, they're fucking mental here.
you're off your nut, kid. Nice high vis though.
Right, let's go right here, don't we?
Yes.
Whoa.
Oh fucking hell!
Loads of
Oh my god, I'm so scared. What are you doing?
Right. No, fuck, what am I doing then, John?
That's on film. That's on film.
Oh my god.
Lovely.
Okay, that was so lucky those lights were red.
I think every time we get in the car with Layth, we just put a camera on. It's quite
I'd
entertaining.
watch that.
Fucking driving lesson shows.
Whole new channel, just Layth in a car.
Die with Layth in a car.
We hit the time limit.
That was fucking
That was
terrible.
brilliant. I thought it was
Oh my
brilliant.
God.
Just push it out, seriously.